Hi guys, I'm just sorting out my browser so I can see my thing. I'm just waiting for a video to render, so I thought I'd pop on for a bit. Because last time I tried streaming it wouldn't work for some strange reason. Both and Twitch have been a bit on the glitchy side, shall we say. Got my new headset. The sound quality should be better on this than it was on my old one. Come on, just checking, make sure it sounds fine. Because it's, like I said, I was having issues not long ago where it kept feeding back, but I think it was my old headset. Come on. Come on. Play nice. Come on. Hi. I think that's myself. So, come on. Hi, that's me, I think. Marvel. My husband's favourite, one of my husband's many favourite things. Nothing going on over there. How much longer has I got left? It's got a fair bit yet, so. Oh, do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'll start crocheting again in a sec. Making some scarves for some friends for presents. So keeping myself out of trouble, so to speak. Hello. So yeah, just check my sound. everything's fine sound wise. Like I say, I have been having a feedback issue. This is like, it's called the Granny Square thing, and I decided to make it into some scarves. But I've got a couple of friends that I want to make scarves for, and I plan to do it in where they've all got a different pattern, because this is the one I'm doing currently, which is quite cool, I think. Sod. I forgot I've set up my chat bars and everything. Oh, I don't need to. It's still showing up everything, that's fine. That's fine then. If it's still showing up there, that's fine by me. Right. So it's this self-striping yarn from Boho Spirit, and it's in the Colourway Festival, and it's all different colours. I've got 2 of this, and then 2 which is fork, and I've also got a self-striping colour yarn cake coming shortly. So that should be fun. I think I might use that for my sister-in-law for a scarf, because I know she likes scarves. So, and I think it's got lots of blue in it, she likes blue. So 1, 2, find the pattern in a sec. Where's the pattern? Because I don't say there's lots of videos on it on YouTube, but there's one particular video I watched. So let's have a look. Excuse me, sorry. Crochet Granny Square inspired scarf. Obviously, you can see why it's called Granny Scarf. Granny Square inspired. It is a little bit wider than the one she did, but that's because I'm using thinner thread. So, like I say, I've got a couple of friends. I'm going to do them some scarves. So, it's new that I did a lot of homemade gifts for Christmas as well, which I really enjoyed. And I really do enjoy that. I've also started my craft channel on YouTube, which I've been like umming and ahhing about for a while, but it was a bit too much having craft and my books and general chitter chatter and rants all on one channel. It was too much. So I thought if I put all the craft stuff on one channel, then that way, if people are interested in crafts but they want to listen to me rants and stuff, then that's fine. They can head over there and have fun, so to speak. I did do a video not long ago about a drama channel, and I found out a few other things about him. But again, that's I generally talk about that on YouNow, because that's more of a YouNow topic of conversation. Just check my angles with that. That's a bit better. Just have to put me. And yes, I'm fat. That's blatantly obvious. I am this way for several reasons. One being I have an underactive thyroid, another one being I have EDS, so my ability to work out is very small, because if I do, I'm likely to dislocate something. I used to weightlift, and I've been banned from the gym because they know I'll start weightlifting again. So I'm banned from the gym, so I can't go swimming because I have nasty eczema and folliculitis. And I know people say, yeah, but bleach is good for eczema, but it's not something I really want to do, especially in the concentrations of public swimming pools, and also we all know that the floors there aren't the cleanest. So it's one of those things that I can't do. So yeah, like I said, there's a few videos on my YouTube channel about that. But yeah, I've been wanting to stream, but me streaming software last time I tried to stream was acting up, where my my software was telling me I was live, but when I went to Twitch it was saying that I wasn't. So I was like, oh, this is a bit confusing. So I might actually upload these streams onto my craft channel as well. The blanket I was doing, if anybody remembers that, was a blanket about. It was an adipose blanket, but the pattern's really well. It's meant for fillet crochet, not corner to corner, and I tried to adapt it, and I just kept getting confused. So I've now decided I'm going to do the Gallifrey symbol instead. But I've been told by the husband to concentrate on all the other things I have to do, like I've got 2 blankets to finish. I've got scarves I want to do. I've got a unicorn I want to make for my friend's daughter. So he says concentrate on them first, and then do my stuff. But I've got all the wool for it ready. I just need to cast it on, so to speak, or hook it on, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there's that. What else? Three. There's a lot of stuff going on YouTube at the minute where the joys of social media. Oh, the joys. I've just uploaded a video to my main channel, and I'm hoping to, like I say, once this other video's finished rendering, I can upload that as well. So then that's 2 videos uploaded, one onto each channel. And then I need to set up like a timetable where on what days I stream, what days I podcast, what days I do tutorials and normal videos, because I haven't got a thing at the minute where I just it's pretty bad because I upload when I want, and I upload what I want when I want, and I try and stream like at least a couple of times a week on here and on over on you now. Hi, whoever's here. Hope you're well. Hope you're not too tired, because it's it's early morning here, so depending on where you are, it's either going to be late at night or early in the morning. Oh, sod. I've done it during the how's your day and what crafts are you working on? I'm currently doing a Granny Square inspired scarf in this beautiful wool from Boho Spirit. So, and it's self-striping, which I actually really like. Just keeping myself out of trouble, keeping myself busy. I like to stay busy, because not staying busy is pretty boring. It can be pretty boring. So I'm currently working on this and a couple of other projects. Currently trying to get projects done so then I can start new stuff. I can start new little things that I want to do that are very intensive, so to speak. But I do want to, I missed out on the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, which was a shame. I need to check if we have one similar to that over here in York, and try and get my mum over when that happens. Yeah, it's like some of the hand-dyed skeins and stuff. I so want some. I was watching Crafty Corner the other day, and she was showing a haul of what she got at the yarn festival, and I was so jealous. Some of the yarns she got were absolutely beautiful, and I know they're not cheap, but it's one of them things where you just want, you know what I mean? You just want it. But it's one of them things, and at the minute it's like my computer's going, my husband's computer's going, so we need 2 new computers which aren't cheap. Although I've seen a one that I think could be able to handle everything I need it to. So it's one of them things that just to try and keep everything within budget. I've also got a trip down in London to take soon, which should be fun, she says, mainly because it's for a release party. The lady that's on my last book cover, she's my best friend's daughter, and she lives in London, and her boss, who owns a bar, has offered to do a physical release party once I've got everything together, which I'm hoping to have everything in place shortly. I'm just waiting on a few financial things to come through, and then I can go from there and start planning stuff, because I need to get like banners and stuff like that, and he's knackering the amount of stuff you need to get. So I enjoy writing, so I really do enjoy writing, so, and it keeps me out of trouble when I'm not streaming or making stuff. So, but I make a lot of stuff for my books, where you know, like jewelry and stuff for the releases. So and I enjoy sharing my books with other people because it's fun. But I do get shouted at because I scare people. I do scare people a lot, which is a shame. But that's the nature. When you're a horror writer, you have to scare people. That's your job. Yeah, you know, I do try and let my job bleed into my crafts sometimes, because a lot of the craft stuff I have is like skeletons and blood drops, and I'm pagan, so there's lots of pagan stuff as well, so it keeps me out of trouble if nothing else. My husband finishes work in 2 hours, so I don't think I'll be on that long. Just wanted to check in for a bit and chat, because I've not been on for a while and I've sort of missed it. So one of the things I'm thinking of doing is tutorials where I do it twice, one with English terminology and one with American terminology, because I do know a lot of people get a lot of crap with it. People say, oh, you've used the wrong terminology, and it's like, no, in this country the terminology is different than in America. So people from this country use one set of terminology. I think Europe uses the same set we do. And in other countries, well, in America they use different terminology. So it's one of those things that I'm hoping to do a video with the crochet basics, and then probably do another podcast, and then I'll do to the basics, do a podcast, and then I might do you know, other basic things like granny squares and how to do things like this, and make projects with scraps and stuff like that. So the problem with this is it doesn't tell you how long you've been streaming for, which is a bit of a pain. Right, how much is this nearly ready? 91%, guys. through a computer. I'm rendering a video while I'm streaming. Not the best idea. Not the best idea when your computer doesn't have the best of... I can't even play my game anymore. I used to play some Nautica and I can't play it anymore because my computer can't handle it anymore. Sucks. But yeah, hopefully when I get a new computer I'll be able to play it a bit again, which I'm looking forward to. But it's a lot of paperwork and a lot of stuff I've got to sort out at the minute where you know, it's fun, or should I say it's not fun, when you're so busy that you can't catch your breath. It doesn't help that my chronic fatigue's been royally kicking me in the butt of late. It does suck, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it does suck. Swiss cheese. I've got a kink in my wall. Come on. Come on. Booker. Come on. Yay. Problem solved. Sorted. That's the way. So yeah, this is quite cool because of the white stripes. So I've seen a lot of people doing socks, but to me it looks really fiddly and I can't knit yet. I need to learn to knit, so which I'm hoping to do soon. And my mum said she's going to bring me Sweetos over as well, which she has loads. So I think she said she's got a bunch of spare needles and some more that she'll bring over for me. So which is quite good because a lot of people that I know that have, or that they're not using, they've been throwing them my way since I started doing this. But I still crochet with loom bands, I make figures with that, which is quite fun. And people say, oh, it's different. It's not much different. It's still the same principle. It's just instead of using a continuous string of rope like this, a string, you are using loom bands, the little round bands. And it is quite fun because you can create a lot of different things, and it is unbelievable the amount, because whatever you can do with crochet like this, you can do with crochet loom bands. You can do with loom bands because it's the same principle. If you need a double, what we call in the UK a triple stitch, what Americans call a double stitch, you just use 2 loom bands, and then what Americans call the triple stitch, I think we call it a double triple, or something silly like this. Something silly like that, and they are, you use 3 loom bands for them, but you don't use them much. You don't use them much in normal crochet anyway, let alone in loom band crochet. Now, 2, 3, and then 1 in there. We might upload both of these podcasts over onto the craft channel. Oh, we're nearly done. 4% to go. Like I said, I'm not streaming for long, because I am feeling a little tired and it's way past my bedtime. I really should be in bed asleep. But alas, I am not, because I'm a glutton for punishment. Yeah, I've been binge watching a lot of YouTube, which is normal for me. Bugger. There's a couple of channels I like I say, I like Crafty Tea, Hannah, she's lovely. I like Sheepishly Sharing, Yarn Holidays. There's a couple of other podcasts I want to subscribe to, but I'm not sure which ones yet. But we better look. I'll be subscribed to them shortly, and then somehow find time to watch all the podcasts. The craft podcasts are normally like an hour long. This one I'm waiting for it to finish is 20 minutes long. I had to edit the beginning because I'm changing the beginning for this, and the one that I use for my other channel, I'm gonna swap them over because I'm different, because it doesn't make sense to have the header for a craft channel to be indicative of insanity or something like that, because the thing I have for my channel is my name over blood drops, because I'm a horror writer and that's what my main channel's mainly covering, like my life, my horrors and horror stories, my disability and stuff. And then the craft channel's just literally going to be like crochet, knitting once I've got there, and then go from there, which I'm looking forward to. I need to do trailers for both channels as well. Gonna might see if I can borrow my friend who's awesome, and see if I can get to give us a hand with a few bits. I'm also on my main channel hoping to do some charity live stream shortly, which should be fun, because I'm just going to sit there and chat and talk about the disability, because the first one I'll probably do will be dyslexia. But yeah, I've got quite a few projects I want to get done, and found out that another cheap shop here in York does wool, so it's not that expensive, and I got some natural wools to dye, which I think will be fun. Should be fun. I've got the food colouring to do it. Just when I mentioned that to the husband, he says, "How do you do that?" He says, "What do you need for that?" I said, "Food colouring, cling film, vinegar and water." And he's like, "Oh right, that's not too good there." I said, "Well, no, so it shouldn't be, but better luck. I'll get there," because there's another channel I like called Chem Knits, and she does a lot of dyeing experiments, and with both roving and wool. But the other problem is when you're doing natural fibres, you've got to be really careful, because with it being natural fibres, you are at an increased likelihood to felt it, whereas this that I'm using here is acrylic, and it's reasonably soft. I think it'll be softer once I've washed it once, and it's really good, but you have to get the acrylic pre-dyed, because I've watched a couple of videos on how to dye acrylics, and they use acrylic paint, and it's like, well, what's the point? Because if you get it wet, the paint's going to come straight off, and it makes it stiff. So I'm like, no, I'd rather just get my acrylics in colours, because we do have quite a few shops that do quite a range. And then, like I said, Amazon's a crafter's best friend, so which is quite good. I am hoping one day, if we can get the computer situation sorted, I'm hoping to get a better computer so that both of us can stream, because they can handle streaming, just not the best, as you can tell. So hopefully with a bit of luck, I will soon be able to stream games. But I need to sort out the bedroom before we do that as well, and I'm also hoping to nab the same friend who is awesome with video camera. Probably need to nab him to help sort out this room. Once I've got in touch with my landlord about a few things, and then we can, decorate this room, because it's a bit grungy. Also, I need to redo the floor because it's not even. So I want to redo the floor, and when we put the underlay down, put it down so that it evens the floor out, because my set of drawers, the solid pine, we have a piece of wood underneath, which is quite funny, to keep it, because otherwise it would fall forward, because the house that we live in is a small terraced house. It's one of the old-fashioned mill workers' houses, 2 up, 2 down, where you'd have like 2 or 3 families in one house. And the rooms aren't that big, and it's, the amount we pay. Like we always tell people that when we moved in, the amount of money we pay for rent here, where my mum is, we would, paying this much, we would have a house like my brother-in-law's, which is like a huge house, 4 bedrooms, 2 reception rooms, blah blah blah. Whereas we have literally got, although I can't complain because I do like the house, it's a bedroom, 2 bedrooms upstairs. The second bedroom is literally a box room. Got a living room, a big kitchen, and a big bathroom. Because most houses where I live, that are terraced houses, you walk in, you've got like a living room and a dining room all knocked into one, and then you've got like a little galley kitchen and a tiny bathroom. And without even taking my weight into consideration, because of the disability, if I fall in the kitchen, if I'm in a galley kitchen, I'm likely to bang on the work surface and damage my head. Whereas in the kitchen we have, I'll literally, it sounds weird, but I'll just hit the floor. Which again sounds weird, but in the bathroom there's a lot more room to move about, and because my husband has to be there with me, there's more room for us to move with 2 of us being in the room. Whereas we have a friend who literally lives round the corner in same layout of a house, but they have the living room, dining room, galley kitchen and bathroom, and their bathroom, literally you can only fit 1 person in it. It is that small. It is that small of a room. So I do like the house. I just wish that, money wasn't the issue that it is in current market, because everything is just so expensive. It doesn't help that I can't work because of my disability, and while I do get PIP, I don't get a large amount, if that makes sense. My husband works nights, which is pretty good, and then I generally, either stream, record or write while he's at work, or I'll do crafts, and then he'll come home, we'll sleep for a bit, do a couple of jobs that we need doing, like either nipping into town and getting a few bits, or nipping to the corner shop, getting a few bits. We usually see his mum either a Thursday or a Friday. I think we're seeing a Friday this week. We have, what have we got on this week? I think that's it. And then I'm at the doctor's next week. And then next weekend, not this weekend, coming next weekend, we have got get together with friends where we're going to play Cards Against Humanity, and we're also going to play, this is a game I found out about through JK Party, which is drunk, stoned or stupid, which I think is going to be pretty fun. We're just going to, have a little bit of fun, because playing Cards Against Humanity is funny as hell. The only problem is my husband and my best friend's husband, who have known each other since they were kids, because all the guys in the group have known each other since they were kids. All the guys in the group, except, and my husband and my best friend's husband are really close, and they have almost the exact same sense of humour, and they have a lot in common. They like the same type of music, they like the same type of films. They are, really good friends. We all are, which is good. And my best friend, she's awesome. I love her to pieces. I absolutely adore her. She's always in my corner when I need her. She's always a phone call away. She's always said, if you need anything, I'm a text away, I'm a call away. Numerous times when I've, thought, oh, I don't need to go to hospital. She's like, yeah, you do. So, but yeah, I love her to pieces, and I love him to pieces. I love the whole group to pieces, because in the group there's 4 couples, and then we've got a friend that he isn't in a relationship at the minute, but he's awesome. I really want him to be happy, and he is awesome. And him and the guys in the group are very, very kind and gentle. It's like the one who's single and my husband are the tallest in the group. I think Pete's a little bit taller than Gary, but not by much. I think I'm the smallest, and then one of the guys is just above me. But yeah, we are quite a close group, and we are quite close knit, and within, we're within a thing, because when they were kids, they all lived in like the same area, and they all get on really well, and they were all really close. They were that close that one of our friends, and my husband, when they were growing up, their houses backed onto each other, and they'd literally jump over the fence. That much that my father-in-law ended up building what we call a snicket, which is like a little step thing that you can use to cross over the bridge. So my father-in-law built that for them, so that they weren't damaging the fence, and they played games. And like I said, my brother-in-law, he was also part of the group. He's a decent lad, more than a decent lad. We wouldn't have this house if it weren't for him. But he's a good guy, and I am lucky with a lot of my husband's friends that the vast majority of them are decent guys. Sorry, I had another kink then. They are really, really decent guys, and they all have that that willingness to help at a drop of a hat type thing. And I absolutely adore them, I really do. Cross fingers that they'll be in my life for a long while to come yet. But, right. That video's done now, so I think I'll come off at the end of this raw and get it uploaded onto the craft channel. Keep doing 4 because I'm distracted. There we go. So, but yeah, and a couple of my friends want me to teach them how to crochet, which should be fun, because one of my friends has got a pike of how to crochet Star Wars figures. I've looked at it, and I might get one for the husband at some point and do it for him as like a gift. But yeah, me and the husband are really lucky in that we have a lot of good friends, and he has a reasonably large family, and the vast majority of them are very, very good to us. He has family abroad, he has family here. Funny thing is, me and my cousin, the universities we went to, in equestrian, which is one of the things one of the groups my cousin was involved in, were actually rivals. So when she saw me in my university hoodie that I still have downstairs, she went, "Oh," I said, "What?" She says, "Well, my university that she was still going to at the time, she'd since graduated. She said, my university and that university are rivals in equestrian." And I went, "Ah." Competitions. I went, "Ah." I said, "Well, I weren't involved in the equestrian group." She says, "Well, that's all right then. I'll forgive you." Bless her. But yeah, it's like the guys. They are very. All of them are very mindful of my disabilities and my ability and my lack of ability to do things. So, and I find that really, really nice, because a lot of people wouldn't be that way, if that makes sense. So, one and two. Right, that's the end of that row. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. I've not been working on it that long, so it's not too bad. So, put that in there. Right, I shall speak to you later. I shall stream hopefully again in a couple of days. Hopefully not so late. Catch you later. Bye. Come on, where are you? Stop. Choices. Come on.